Go ahead and jump into the next question. Another Spider-Verse question coming from a reoccurring guest who loves this show. This question comes from Miss Iris Peoples, and Miss Iris writes, "Hey Alex, so it looks like Tom Holland and the PS4 Spider-Man will be joining Across the Spider-Verse. Is this true, and what do you think about this news?" Well, thank you for your question, Iris. So, a couple days ago, Fandom Wire, which I want to point out, Fandom Wire has confirmed a lot of great sources, a lot of things that did happen in films, and they've also have gotten a few things wrong here and there. So Fandom Wire was the first time I saw this news where what Iris is asking, that Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor of Spider-Man, the voice actor of the PS4 Spider-Man games, and Tom Holland will be making appearance in the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Now, in the article, it doesn't detail whether it's in Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 or Part 2. They just know that they could potentially be showing up in the movie. Now, Iris wants to know, is this story true? Now, at the end of the day, this is rumored. I can say this. Now, I had Yuri Lowenthal on my show last year. We talked about his career. We talked about PS4 Spider-Man, and we also talked about the new Spider-Man game that's coming out next year in 2023. Now, we didn't speak about any film iterations of him being in any films on camera or off camera. So what I'm about to say right now has nothing to do with any conversations that I've had with Yuri. Great guy. I got to meet him. Really cool dude. Again, he was on my show. I talked to somebody who works in marketing, and he said that Tom Holland was in studio doing a lot of ADR work for a certain project that he wasn't sure if it had to do with Spider-Man or another Sony project. But in that same conversation I had with him, Tom Holland was in the room with producers of the Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse movie. Now, take that with a grain of salt, because Tom Holland is a Sony actor in a sense. Like, he's an actor in general who works for multiple companies, but like Tom Holland, it's not surprising that Tom Holland is at a Sony studio doing ADR work. It could be because he's promoting another Spider-Man movie that has nothing to do with Across the Spider-Verse. It could be him maybe lending his voice to the Spider-Man games. I don't know. All I know is that this would be very monumental to have the MCU Spider-Man and the PS4 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, along with all the different cast members of that. Now, again, take what I just said as a grain of salt, because I don't know how true this is. This is the same person who also told me that a Miles Morales would show up in Spider-Man Far From Home. And as you guys know, who've seen Spider-Man Far From Home, that never happened. Now, I don't know if there was someone ever cast or if Miles was ever written into the script, but this is the same person who told me that Miles Morales would be in Spider-Man Far From Home, and that never happened. But Tom Holland going to Sony Studios to do ADR work for a particular project that he didn't know about, the guy who told me he doesn't know what particular project he went in to do, it could be anything. It could be anything. Now, what's surprising about this news is, though, Yuri Lowenthal, the guy who voices Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games, I don't know if they're going to bring him over to do Across the Spider-Verse. I'm not saying he would turn it down. I'm just saying the games are like its own singular story with a lot of references. And even though it's still under the whole Sony banner, who knows? I know Yuri and the actor who voices Miles in the games, Neji, they've been doing like a Comic-Con tour about promoting Spider-Man 2, but also promoting Spider-Man in general. So, and I know Neji has been asked multiple questions of how come he was never cast as Miles in the Into the Spider-Verse movie. So I'm just saying, like, it's a possibility this could be true. I don't think it's really true because I don't really see, I mean, I don't see Into the Spider-Verse bridging the gap between the MCU and what's going on in the video games. To answer that question directly, I don't really see that. Now, I think they may make cameos, but as far as, I don't think that Tom Holland, if he is in this movie, I don't think he's going to play a significant part, nor do I think that Yuri Lowenthal, Spider-Man, I don't think he's going to play a significant part in the overall arc of this narrative. Now, I think it would be cool to see, you know, like a little Easter egg or a nudge, but for the most part, I don't know if this is true. I don't really think it's true, but what do you guys think? Do you think that Tom Holland could be into the Across the Spider-Verse movie? And do you also think the PS4 Spider-Man, the voice actor Yuri Lowenthal, do you think he could be in this movie? Just jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.